Mania Live. Streaming from Shinston, West Virginia. Here's your host, Scott Arnold.
Welcome to Acute Mania Live. I should have asked you before we started. Do you say it's Cyazon?
You got it right first time.
Cyazon. Welcome. It's nice to have you, man.
You too.
I think how we met, we were just discussing this. How we met was just Instagram algorithm, you know?
Literally, Instagram algorithm.
Something, yeah. Instagram's terrific with that. I've been doing a lot of Acute Mania techno work on my end, and I think it's throwing me that stuff also. Even though I have a dedicated account for that music part, but you know,
electronic music, yeah.
But yeah, you were on a live stream the other night, and I jumped on there, and I think somebody requested you play in Boston, which was cool. And then I was like, you got to make a stop in Pittsburgh also, and you were like, that's funny because you were born or you grew up there.
Correct, yeah. So I have a potential Boston show for next year. And obviously, I know a lot of people in the music scene in Pittsburgh too. So it's really up to the promoter if they want to have me or not. But it would be cool
awesome
to play there sometime, you know.
Yeah. Have you been back to Pittsburgh recently?
Not recently, no. It's
about the same, probably.
At least a year and a half, 2 years since I've been back. So yeah. 2023 was the last time.
How did you get to the West Coast? How did you get to LA?
So there was a music school called Icon Collective. In 2018, I moved out there to go to school there. It's no longer a school, unfortunately, but it was a thing in 2018. It was a 1-year program. Pretty much, it's just, you know, I felt like I went in knowing a lot about music production and just the music business in general, and kind of just, it was a good confidence boost knowing that I already know mostly everything I needed to know for the time being back then to progress in my music career. That's kind of like the mindset I had finishing that school. So
nice. Yeah, I wasn't real familiar with. I mean, I love your music. It's right up my alley. You know, with the energy of it. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. I was reading on your bio here. I'm not really into or I don't know. Maybe not so much not into, but I don't know a lot about the cyberpunk part of electronic music. Is that like a genre of it, or
it's just the way it sounds is the best way to describe it, because cyberpunk is a whole genre in itself, into films, movies, video games. It's really just sci-fi, futuristic sci-fi, and like it kind of depicts like dystopias, which are just like futuristic cities.
Yeah, I noticed that in your videos. There's a lot of that, a lot of futuristic.
There's a lot of imagery that I use, and it's kind of like goes hand in hand with the visual aesthetic that I'm inspired by. So
there's also quite a bit of people that you feature on your in your music. Are these people that you know, or just people that you think would be good on each certain track, or how do you go about deciding who you want to sing? Because there's a lot there. You know, they're usually singers. How do you go about finding these people, or did you already know them before?
So there's a little bit of both. So the best way to answer this question, I would say, is like I used to be with a team who would source vocalists for me, or I come to them with a whole list of vocalists and we choose which ones are interested. So it's pitching to vocalists that I don't know and seeing which one's the best fit. And usually beforehand, I will listen to their music and listen for the tone of their vocals to see if they're a right fit. Other times it's through people I know personally, I've met through networking. Sometimes it happens that way as well. So it's a little bit of both.
Is the scene pretty big for EDM out in LA?
It is. The whole West Coast of the United States has a very big scene, and with EDM as well as the East Coast too. I would say
really?
It's been there since the early 2010s when it blew up. I was there when the EDM boom started, like in the 2010s era, like the early 2010s era. It's like I just started to get into dubstep around 2011, 2012, and Skrillex dropped his first EP, and within that, and
Skrillex is mean.
dubstep was becoming a big thing in America, and I went to my first concert right around 2011. And that's how I got into EDM and wanting to make the music and be an artist.
Have you ever been to like any of the big festivals like Tomorrowland or I guess there's something it's like a jungle or dinosaurs or something I'm thinking of.
Lost Lands.
Yeah, Lost Lands. Have you
Yeah,
been to
that's
any of those?
that's a no. I haven't been in. I've been to something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's a Hard Summer, which is an EDM festival. I went to
Right.
that in 2018, and I've been to Beyond Wonderland just as an attendee to these festivals
Right.
in 2022. Seeing my friend AU5 perform, and we made a song together after the fact in 2023. So
Yeah. Are they badass? Are those shows?
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
like
watching.
EDC is the biggest one, and that's in
Been
Las
watching
Vegas.
this year's Tomorrowland is up on is it or TikTok? You can watch it on TikTok, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just crazy to just the crowd. It just sees of people. It seems like it goes forever, and everybody's just having a great time.
It's a whole community. It really is. And it's meant to just like inspire people and,
A lot of
be a
people,
community for everyone.
a lot of people, and well, in my opinion, a lot of people think they have to be rolling on something, or they have to be on something. Listen to this type of music, but I don't. I mean, to me, no. I mean, I can sit here right now and just listen to it, and it's just
Exactly.
badass.
Yeah.
Because it just, I used to, when I was in college, I would sit and listen. Sasha's my favorite artist.
I've heard of Sasha. I'm not too familiar with his music, but
Just mainly house, it's house music.
yeah.
And I would just sit and listen to it, and not have to be on anything, or drinking or anything like that. It was like euphoric. Maybe that's the word.
That's the word. Yeah. I would say
Yeah,
so.
it's just that's every time I hear it, and now after creating it and stuff, you're listening for certain sounds, and how'd they do that, and like how they doing this stuff?
Mhm.
I don't know. Are you willing to tell people how you make the sounds?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, I can do a general process is the best way to describe
Yeah,
it. Um, so I was on Ableton Live. That's a digital audio workstation, DAW, for people that don't know.
yeah.
I started using that around 2012, and I've been on it since this year, 2025, so about over 10 years. And
Yeah.
I'm recently just switching to Bitwig, which is another one, just to change the workflow of songwriting and seeing the music that comes out in that process. Sound design stuff, I'll use like software synthesizers, such as like Serum is a popular one for like the heavy bass music, like dubstep and all of that, and glitch sounds, all of that. It's very like modern of a synthesizer. So I'll use that at times. I'll use some of the Arturia uh, software plugins, which are emulations of actual hardware synthesizers. So that's usually my go-to for right now. I've always been using those synthesizers for the last 2 or 3 years, mixing plugins like EQs, equalizers, compressors, limiters, mastering software to finish the final stages of mixing
So
and
you did the whole
mastering.
production then of your song then. It's
The whole
all
production, most often than not, I do, unless if I'm really struggling on the mastering side of things, finalizing it. If the mix is just not landing right, I'll hire someone to help.
yeah, yeah.
Just for the mastering, really, and that's it. Just for the final product, so to speak.
Yeah, I got a guy that does that for me. I still don't. I don't know I don't know how to make things sound like that one that we just heard. I actually had the AI do it. This is before I got this guy, but these last the one that was just released, Enigma. He did that. Is Benjamin Hall is his name. He's actually from Greensburg, which is right outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know where that's at exactly.
Yeah.
Some
So I
family
send
there.
my stems up to him, and he masters them all up. And he's actually the second one that I'm putting out. I think he just got done with today. So
Oh wow.
so that's the second one off of a 3-song EP I got coming. So yeah, mastering's a whole different. It's a whole different step. That's the final version of what people will hear, and if it doesn't sound, it sounds weird, then it's going to sound weird to everybody. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
true. But the first step that is usually most of everything is in the mixing stage, and mastering is mainly for loudness and final
yeah.
tonal touches.
Right.
So,
And getting the
yeah.
getting the right things loud, and it's there. I know there's parts, especially in this last one that I sent him, that some parts needed to be louder and some parts need to be a lot softer, and he just wants me to neutralize all of them, so he can hear where they're at, and then adjust them accordingly. He does a great job at it. He does bands, and he has band, and he does it in his house. That's his
Cool.
job. I mean, his
Yeah.
career.
hmm
Um, so how long have you been out in LA?
Since 2018, so it'll be 8 years next year,
So
January 2026.
did the pandemic affect you at all? Since um, it's not like you're in a band and you have to be together to practice, right? So you could still continue to make music.
Yeah, I can still continue to make music. I'm just solo. So it's like,
Yeah,
I haven't played this show yet. I'm trying to like, not trying, but I'm
it's
working to
tough with
build
it. It's tough
demand.
with this type of music, though. You have
It
to.
is. It really is. And it's like, it's tough for anybody, honestly. I think
Yeah,
when someone is starting a music career. Um,
sure.
and I'm just about almost at the tail end of that and to finally, hopefully be touring by fall of next year is
Yeah,
kind of the plan. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've been out here for 8 years doing making music professionally, making uh, income from royalties on Spotify, uh,
it's
sync
tough.
licensing stuff here and there in video games. I've
Oh,
released on
yeah.
record
I was gonna
labels.
say
So yeah,
this type of music is good for video games.
it really is, and movies and TV
Yeah.
shows and all of it.
I use a lot of like the copyright free stuff for making promos, so it'd be good for promos even.
hmm
Yeah, it is tough. I think the music business for everybody is tough. Unless you're huge, you know, and you got people doing everything for you. It's tough, and because millions of artists out there, and
And
everybody's
and and the
good.
thing I've learned too along the way, it really comes down to networking. I used to not be a proponent of solely networking. I thought it could be done online, and I changed my mind like literally last year. I thought it's all about knowing the right people at the right place at the right time always.
Yeah,
And I've seen that come again within my own journey. You know.
yeah. It is. Yeah, I I started out like in journalism in college. I never finished college, but I learned pretty early on that it's if you want to get up to like NBC News or Fox News or something, it's not about how good you are. It's about knowing somebody that's at that level already that can get you in there. And I didn't really want to be in a career where it's all a popularity contest.
And yeah, and I was the same way. And I thought like I mean, it can be done just on the internet solely and just through email and networking, but that only gets someone like one so far.
Right. So you have a promoter you work with now, or
Uh,
do you have like a manager or something you work with
I
now?
have like what's the best way to describe it? He's not my manager, but it's like a brand agency. I'll
Okay.
just say that.
Yeah. So he's gonna help you get
It's a
on that.
whole rebrand. It's a whole redoing of like everything. It still aligns with what I want, obviously,
Yeah.
with the visual aesthetic, the story of my music, what my music is about. Um,
That's awesome.
Going forward, so I finally have someone to help build out the world for Cyazon and
Yeah.
everything around it.
Where
So
did
I've
that
been
name
wanting that
come
since day
from? I'm
one.
I'm very interested in that name and how you came up with it. What is it? Does it mean something, or is it like I don't know, like a Greek god or something?
It's not a Greek
No,
god,
it sounds like a
but
badass Greek god.
yeah, that would be cool though. But
Yeah, you could make one.
anyways, yeah. So way back in I want to say 2015, 2014, I secured like my name size on all social media, and at the time I think I was trying to figure out like then my name, and I was combining star names all together with the different letters of the stars into this name. It's an anagram technically.
Okay.
So it's a combination of random letters to create Cyazon. And initially that was the meaning of Cyazon, or that's what it meant. And then in 2019, when I first released music on Spotify, I changed it to be a character in a story narrative, so, which is me.
Yeah.
So that's real. I changed the whole meaning of Cyazon as like that's the name of the character.
It's very unique. Very unique.
Yeah, that's what it really means. But the initial meaning of it comes from star names. I don't remember the star names. So right now, it's just I just randomly Googled whatever, and I was might have been channeling something. I have zero clue, but
yeah,
you never know.
Well, let's take a listen to one of your songs. See, I have Home, and before you leave, I'll let you decide which one we play first.
Oh yeah. Just go in order. Home would be good.
Okay,
that's my most recent one.
And this one features Natalie Shea.
Yes,
singing on this track. Is there anything else you want to say about this track before we listen to it?
Yeah, I can give some like backstory.
Okay.
So I initially found Natalie on Spotify, just doing like a Spotify search of one of her songs she did with the Grum, kind of like a house techno track. But I loved the vocal tone of her voice. I knew I wanted to work with her. I on this conceptualized EP, you know, I'll just say that for that much, and listeners can figure out what the meaning behind the EP and the song is eventually. But you know, I thought she could deliver on this title track for the EP, which is like really, this song is a sanctuary for me. It feels like, with just everything. But I think I can just leave it at that because having the mystery in songs is kind of the fun part for fans and listeners, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, here's Home by Cyazon.
As I try to take control, my body overflows. I'm not a kid, you know. And tell me you don't wanna go home. Tell me you don't wanna go home. Will you hold me out of control? Tell me you don't wanna go home. Will you hold me? And it fills you up again. It's like
Now, did you write the music before she sang on it, or was it?
I did,
kind of
yeah. In this case, I did. It was the whole song was pretty much all done, and she just recorded a top line vocal.
Nice. Yeah, she really fits in that. You know,
She does.
She's not so over the top. You know, trying to sing out and above. You know, it's level with it.
Right, like right in the middle. Like she's not singing too high, not too low. It's perfect.
Right. Were you good with it as soon as you heard her first take of it?
From my memory, I think so. Yeah, I think that's how it went. I think there's just some edits of just like different lyrics, and that's from my memory. And it's really just vocal mixing it to fit the instrumental appropriately. So,
do you like that better? Do you like working with somebody, a vocalist, better than just putting a song out with no vocals, or does it just doesn't matter to you, whichever?
I usually like vocals more because it tells more of a story lyrically. There's a lot more you can do with like a song, release wise, and it's just I don't know. I've always felt like I make my best music has always included vocals, like top line vocals, since 2020 at least. So
yeah, it's really good. It's definitely different from like the instrumental stuff that I've heard of you. It's more downbeat. It's more of a quieter song.
Well, that one in that case it is. Yeah, it's not meant to be like a banger, so to speak.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, those are fun. Bangers are fun.
They are. This next one is so
nice.
Like the in between of both. So.
I think it was which song was it that I asked you if I could use? I just used a snippet of it. It was the one about the car. I think there has a car in the video. Was it Night Drive?
It was Night Drive. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
And the new one's good too. Digital. I really like that one.
That one. That's about the concept of uploading human consciousness.
Sweet.
So.
Well, since we're talking about that, I kind of randomly asked people this question: do you think AI is going to take over?
I have my strong opinions on this.
Yeah,
but
everybody does, I think.
I know. I feel like it will, but we're gonna have to responsibly you have to use it in a responsible way. I think there's more awareness of AI now. I listened to a podcast from a guy called Sean Ryan. He brought on someone from some open AI, AI company, and they were already talking about like, unfortunately, AI military warfare and how all of that and uploading consciousness. That's why when this podcast came out right after I released the track Digital. I'm like, perfect. It's already being discussed. It's not just me. Everyone else is discussing this. It's unfortunately it's a thing that we have to live with.
My opinion of it is it'll only get as smart as we are because we are the ones that program.
Exactly.
But so it's not. I don't think it will take over per se. It depends on what context you're talking about.
It depends. Yeah. And the thing is too with it, it's like
it just does things faster than we do. That's all.
Right. And it's like I feel like we should shepherd this technology to use it for the betterment of mankind, but we have to use it responsibly. It's just going to
make us dumber if we keep it.
Exactly. So it has to be like kept in check, so to speak.
If you look up, there's something I was looking up. This was a while back, but I got to the point where what will humans look like in like 50 years? Since
that's
you see
2075.
Yeah. So you see like the evolution thing where it starts from the ape, and then you see this charts.
I know that one.
Okay, well, it was something like that, and whoever wrote this, they had said that humans will have like a humpback. They will look, but it would be normal because everybody looks down at their phone all the time.
Or sitting down. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and that could be true. But the funniest thing I saw there, and this will be normal. Like me and you look the way we do because we do, but this will be a normal thing because everybody will look like this. Everybody will have like hands. Their hands don't extend farther than this because of the way they're holding their phone all the time. Holding their phone like this. That's what it was saying. Was like that'll be that in there, like the not necessarily a humpback, but just more like a Like your head will be
Yeah,
more forward
I
than
don't
it
think
is
it'll
now.
be fully exaggerated like that to a certain degree. Maybe
Yeah.
it's hard to even know that AI makes mistakes too. So it's just
Yeah.
who knows? And it's just it
I've
really
just
depends
never,
on like
I've
how we
never,
take care of
you know,
ourselves.
everybody literally looks at the past of the way we used to look like, you know, millions of years ago or thousands of years ago, what humans used to look like, and we laugh, but like, you know, who's to say that they're not going to laugh at the way we look, you know, and they're going to be, you know, with their hands and their humpbacks, you know. I think 50 years is a little bit of a stretch. I think it'll be a little bit longer than that. Maybe
Probably
100
like
years.
maybe 100.
Yeah.
Who knows
That's a
though?
little bit too quick of a
That's a good
change, you
observation. You
know?
know?
But it was just, I wish I could remember where that was because it was kind of funny. I mean, to me, it was funny reading that stuff. Like I don't know that in 50 years, that's pretty short of a time for us to evolve into that. You know, I mean, I don't really know. I don't want to get into the whole evolution discussion. That's a whole nother
That's a whole
podcast.
other thing than
Yeah.
even what I'm about. So
Yeah, so yeah, I don't want to get into that, but you know, it was a bit of a stretch. This person, whoever it was, scientist, probably
scientists,
thinks
it's
he's a
it's
scientist.
all like it's all meant to be like speculative to a certain extent. I think, which is it's good
Yeah.
for us to ponder these things. I think
You know, I use AI quite a bit. You know, like
I do too.
I just got an air fryer, right? And I've never cooked in an air fryer. Well, it didn't. It came with instructions, but it was just general instructions like times and you know what the heat setting is and stuff. And I was making something the other night and I didn't. So I got on and I asked the AI. I was like, you know, I got this and I got this air fryer. What's the times on it? And it gave it to me, you know, and it was good. It
Right? Yeah, yeah.
worked. But you know, I don't think they'll ever take over. Depends on what they take over. You know, they'll
Well,
never take over this. They'll never take over this show. I know that because you know,
there you go.
they'd be
So
too computerized.
yeah,
They don't have to make digital my intro and all that stuff.
oh gosh.
We do have some viewers that you guys are allowed to chat if you want to chat. If you like
Yeah,
talking, we can chat about
try it
anything.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing those lives on Instagram. Have you been doing any more? I haven't really been online
Not so
lately.
much. Life caught up.
Yeah,
And
I
I
hear you.
also when I'm in the middle of this rebrand, I like to keep the mystery of things and not be so
Yeah,
active, you know.
it's a
And
good
people will be
idea.
like, "Where did you go?" And it's like, "Where did I go?" So
That's right.
it's kind of just a part of the brand, you know. And then when I come back in full swing with new music next year, it's like more amplified in a sense. It's somewhat of a business strategy, I like to think.
Yeah, yeah. I think rebranding is important. You know, and
Yeah.
taking a step back and kind of looking at it and going, what's working and
And,
what's not working.
and that's what I'm doing right now. But it's like, you know, it's all in the similar vein of like futurism still. Of
Yeah.
course, it's still that. I'm not like going on a completely different way, you know.
Now, have you met I had this question while we were listening to the song, and I can't remember what it was. Have you met a lot more people in the scene since you've been out there? Is it easier to network basically in LA than it would be anywhere else, you think?
I would
Like,
say yes, but I mean, people have their opinions whether they need to be in LA to network and make a career. I honestly think starting out, like you don't need to be in LA, you know,
yeah,
until you've seen some success just on your own. I think through releasing your own music, then maybe consider networking. I would have maybe have done that. But at the same time, though, it's like I wouldn't have known the people I know now if I wouldn't have never taken that chance and risk in a sense financially.
yeah,
Um, and still, it's like things are never guaranteed. You know, there's no way to know whether a strategy is going to work or not, or even just like networking. It's like you have to really put so one has to put the effort to go out in public and go to these shows, these concerts, these festivals,
yeah,
and it's all about just being friends, even just like, not expecting anything in return, just saying like, how can I help you, sort of thing, you
right.
know. So
Yeah,
that's what it's
and
all
you know
about, community.
they can learn from like if you're playing, you know, out and they can learn from you what you're using and what you're doing, and you can learn from them and vice versa.
Yeah, we're all trying to build together, I think.
So will
I
you
like
be
to
able to bring anybody on tour with you? Is that the plan?
I don't
Sure.
I'm not exactly sure on that yet. That's too early to tell.
Yeah.
Um I don't know. That's up to I always say my manager.
Up to others, right?
Up to others that know beyond me what's going to be best for my career moving forward. So
let's take a listen to Before You Leave. This has your friend on it, AU5.
Yeah, AU5. Originally he was an artist I looked up to. He still is to this day. I made this track around late 2020 when I wasn't, let's just say, not doing my best, and I think I was able to like portray what the song is kind of about, and I sent this intro idea to him, told him lightly maybe what the concept is about, and he was all for it. He was very inspired from it. He said in his Instagram stories when we were talking about it post release, and we made the song. It took, I want to say, 3 years to release it.
Wow.
Because we waited 1 year for me to just recovering it better.
Right.
And then, because I didn't know if I was still going to continue music or not at that time. But then I obviously still wanted to regardless.
Yeah.
And then we started it back up. And then we released it on Affiliate Records, which is Seven Lines' label, one of the biggest artists out there in EDM right now.
Nice.
Has 500,000 streams, but not that it matters. And it's not that I just look at that. It's really about creating like a memorable song to like inspire people. And that's like, I think we achieved that. And then this song was the catalyst for him releasing his album on Affiliate Records, which is partially based on this song. I like to think maybe so, maybe not, but it's a story in itself, and I think we well executed it together with the help of a vocalist, Tyler Graves, that's on this. So yeah.
All right, here is Before You Leave by Cyazon, AU5, and Tyler Graves.
Hear your footsteps in the hallway when you're not there. See
love that rain sounding thing at the beginning. It's very peaceful, and the end actually it begins with that, and ends with that. But it's got that dubstep kind of feel to it.
It does, yeah.
Without all the banging and whistles and all that stuff that they put into dubstep nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
I guess that's the whole point of dubstep is that. But
it is.
Yeah, that's very good.
Thank you.
I never listened to that one until now, and I like that vibe.
Thank you so much.
Because it's peaceful. It's peaceful until you get to that, and then it's like, ooh, is this gonna?
It's a whole story in itself, and the rain is like representative of just being in it outside in a futuristic city where it's raining. So
that's awesome. Is there a video for that one too? I know there's a lot of videos up.
There's a visualizer for it, but it's not so much like a music video, but it's like, of that environment that 85 wanted to create with it. So
I know there's a few videos that you have up that are very it really tells the story of futuristic. It's all based on futuristic stuff, the way it's.
It is, yeah. And then there's also like a hidden story in there too. So
yeah,
I
like it. It's good stuff, man.
Thank you.
So you do have stuff that'll be released, but not until the rebrand
next year. I think I'm shooting for maybe spring or summer. I have some new music that will hopefully be released around then. I don't know how it's going to come out, but it'll find its way.
The stuff you were doing on the live stream, was that some of the newer stuff. And I know one of them you said was an older one that you haven't really revisited for a while.
Yeah, some of it's from that live stream I did. Some of it's like new, some of it's old. Old music I was just going through. Do
you find yourself going back at any point and kind of listening to stuff you did before and didn't think was very great, and then kind of redoing it, but keeping the same body of it and actually releasing it?
Yeah, it happens. I have one right now from 2019. Is like a heavy like melodic techno track in a sense, or a house track with like a futuristic bass. And at first I thought I wasn't going to release it, but now I'm thinking I might revisit it and try to revamp it, update it a bit. So
yeah, that's awesome. I find myself going back too, but some of it's like, what the hell was I thinking on this?
I know.
But then I'll take out all these tracks that I had in there and be like, okay, I don't know what that was. And some of it is stuff now too. I'll just be like, I must have gotten a block and left it alone, but then I go back and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I just delete it because it's terrible.
Yeah, I tried to, when I go through older music, I try to like shut that part of the brain off so I can enjoy the music, because sometimes I'll just even go back to older music from 2015 and just like reminisce over it, So.
Well, let's do a little bit of offstage. For those of you that know, for those of you that don't know, I haven't been feeling good the last few days. I've had a bout with pancreatitis, and I had a flare up on Saturday, so I'm not really feeling too great. This is actually we meant to do this show last night, and I just didn't feel up to it. But so we'll do a little bit of offstage here. Let's see. So these are basically would you rather questions. Some of them are silly, and some of them are decent.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
Okay. And some of them aren't would you rather. Some of them are just questions. Kind of like this one. Do you enjoy any strange food combinations? Like ketchup on pizza or anything strange like that?
I don't know if this is a strange one, but scrambled eggs and sea salt.
Okay. Does it have to be sea salt?
Yeah, it has to be. That's what I have every morning. So
every morning, really? I thought I was weird. I have
morning.
waffles every morning. I try to. Not when I'm doing
but the sea salt part, I think, and then I for dinners I'll get ground organic bison and like ground lamb or free range or whatever, grass fed I should say, grass fed lamb, and then I'll put that over a arugula salad because kale has oxalates in it. That's not good for kidneys or whatever. I don't know. That's just I'm into this alternative medicine, futuristic stuff. So I look into my diet as well. Yeah. So I was do arugula salad, and then I'll put like Italian seasoning or oregano over it. So
nice.
That's the best I can answer that.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm starting to. I got to watch everything I eat now. It sucks. I've never had to do that ever, but I have to watch everything now. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you rather have a tiny, high-pitched voice or be completely hairless?
Uh, I'd rather have a tiny, high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys would, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not allowed to answer or give my opinion on these. But the AI did come up with some of these questions, which I was actually shocked. Some
Oh,
of them
wow.
were pretty stupid,
But they're good. They're well phrased, you know.
yeah. Here's a good one. Would you rather have to give up creating music for the rest of your life or listening to music for the rest of your life?
I'd rather give up creating music because I need to listen to music my whole life. It helps me cope a lot and, you know, keeps me inspired and hopeful and, you know, optimistic. So I have to continue to listen to music. So,
Yeah, that's a good. I think that one has the right answer. You know, but I'm
that
not
one
allowed,
does.
not allowed to say. Um. Okay, this it's silly, but it's tough. Would
Okay.
you rather only be able to eat food that's been chewed by somebody else, or always smell faintly of a skunk?
I'd rather chew the food of someone else.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to smell. So,
That's true. Yeah. Some
yeah,
people are really, really into how they smell around other people.
yeah, I
But
guess.
yeah, I don't think I could eat any food that's chewed by somebody. That's just ugh.
Well, it depends. It depends
Yeah.
who it is. So,
That's true. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, none of these are dumb. See, some of these are for like groups of people. You know, have them all. I should have them more organized than I do, but I don't.
you're good. No worries.
Some of them are just silly, just too silly.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Would you rather have the ability to instantly write a perfect song but never be able to perform it live, or have to struggle with songwriting but always give electrifying live performances?
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Um, I think the first one because I feel like I need the ability to songwrite, you know, and
Yeah.
there's no such thing as perfect, you know. So,
True.
you know, I think there's really good music, you know, may not be perfect in some ways, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna choose option one.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's another one sort of like that. Would you rather be known for one incredibly influential album that no one understands, or have a string of moderately successful but forgettable hits? That's an AI question, so I don't know if that makes sense or not. But
It makes sense. I get that.
Okay.
I think influential album because that's what I'm trying to shoot for right now.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. Would you rather have the ability to read minds or become invisible?
read minds.
Why is that?
I think it would just help everyone be nicer to each other,
Or lose a lot of friends?
that too.
Yeah.
And invisible, like I don't think I would like that because then it's kind of like no one knows who you are. You know,
It's true, yeah.
Invisible. You know.
Unless you make yourself known like ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? Do you believe in like paranormal stuff?
To a certain extent.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced anything?
Spiritually, I've experienced a lot, but
Yeah.
I'll just say that
Okay.
because I'm in that. So
Gotcha.
yeah, but no,
Halloween's
I'm
coming
not
up, so
ghost.
Halloween's coming up, so I got to start talking about these.
Yeah, we got to. That's fine with me. We might as well.
I'm
all for it.
Okay, this is kind of a long question, but it's good. Would you rather have the ability to hear the true hidden meaning in every song, but never be able to enjoy music casually again, or remain blissfully ignorant of hidden meanings and enjoy music as it is?
That's such a hard question
Yeah.
because it's like I find meaning in music, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like like the thing is too, it's like if I like a song, I'm gonna find meaning in it. If I don't like a song, then it's like I don't find meaning in it. So it's like I think I'm just gonna guess option two for me is the right
Okay.
one. It's like
So,
I can be
yeah, remain blissfully ignorant of hidden meanings and just enjoy the music.
just enjoy the music. Yeah, that's all it's about, you know.
Makes sense.
You know.
Okay, let's do a.
Yeah.
There is a dicks question that I always ask everybody last.
Okay.
It's about dicks. But I'll do that here in a second. Yeah. Don't worry, everybody gets it.
I know.
Let's see. Let's do one that's not so. Okay. No, we already did that one. Can't do that one again. I mean, we could, but or did I? Yeah, I already did that one. Okay. All right, we'll just do the dicks question then. Would you rather have dicks for fingers, or never be able to taste anything ever again?
I'd rather not taste anything ever again.
You don't want dick fingers?
No.
No? Okay. You don't have to tell me why. It's okay. Unless you want to.
I know.
No big deal.
But yeah.
Well, Cyazon, thanks so much for being on the show. I'm sorry we had to reschedule, but at least we did it the next night.
We did. We got in. I really appreciate you for having me. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
It's been
Come back. Let's come back next year when you have everything getting ready to release if you want.
Yeah.
Or after the release.
We could do that. Yeah, definitely.
Announce a tour, hopefully. That'd be badass.
Yeah, who knows?
We'll do an in-person show, hopefully.
We could, yeah.
On the East Coast, I can get to Boston. If you're only playing Boston next year, heck, I can get up there.
Yeah. I'm playing.
Never been to
If
Boston.
all goes well, I'll be playing Boston early next year. I don't know when, and it's still being discussed. I don't even know if it's happening or not, but it's potentially. And it seems like it could, So,
yeah. There's this drum and bass guy that I don't know too much about. It'd be fun to have him on the show. His name's Jelly Diver, and I just found out about him, and I thought we'd listen to one of his songs on the way out tonight.
Sure, let's do it.
Always give the guests as much time as they need to tell people where they can find you, what you have coming up, things like that at the end of the show. So I'll let you do that.
Yeah, so Cyazon, Cyazon. You can find me pretty much everywhere, like Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, that's where you can find me. Same name. So,
yep, that's how I found you.
There you go.
Sort of. Yeah. Come back, and we'll talk about dick fingers. Maybe you'll change your mind by then.
Maybe. I don't know.
I look forward to what you have coming out. It sounds exciting, and hopefully you get to do a tour. That'd be
it's some of my best music. I have one song I really like, and I can't wait for the world to hear it one day. So,
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The next show I have scheduled is next Sunday. This coming Sunday with a band I've had on twice. They're from Chicago. They're called Artillery and Storm, and they just released a song. I don't know when, but I saw it on Instagram. I might be late to that announcement, but called Mirage. And I can't remember if I've heard that one or not, but they've been releasing new stuff, so they're going to come back and talk to us about that. They've actually performed on the show. They from Chicago. Some of the guys in the band work for Shure microphones, and so they know a lot about sound. And we tweaked it just enough to where they could perform. When they have all these lights going, and
that's so cool.
And it's up on somewhere. I'd have to find it, but it's up. Anybody can watch it. But I will be. I'm pretty sure that'll be the next show, just so I can continue healing this stupid pancreas of mine.
Yeah, I wish you the best with that.
Thanks. Yeah, it sucks, but
yeah,
it's not so bad today, and hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. But here's Jelly Diver with Crackosphere. I've listened to this entire album, and it's fascinating. If you like drum and bass, you have to like drum and bass though to like this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like drum and bass.
But it's pretty cool. Yeah. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon. I'm sure I'll see you on Instagram.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.